at you stream. I lost my connection. Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 179 of our Supersize Your Business annual challenge. First time we're doing an annual challenge in our business community, both Facebook and school community, which is connected to our Supersize Your School free community. You're welcome to join. Just put school in the comments below. You can spell it any way you want, but the platform spells it with a K. And I will send you an invitation. It's free to join. And if you've got an existing business or you started a business and you want it to grow and scale, the place to be, because the people in that community are doing just that and supersizing and scaling their business. Well, today our topic is, we're focusing on physical health and well-being. I haven't shown this lovely graphic for a while. Let's see if I can actually find it. Whoop. As the fuggler falls on me. Physical. First one. I usually cover this first every year, and I've been mixing it up the last couple of years, all the different areas of the life framework that I talk about and share. And I don't know, I might go back to having it at the beginning of the year. I like it when it's at the beginning of the year personally, because it sets up the foundation and the track for me. And so that's probably what will happen if I do it again next year. We'll see. It's a big experiment this year, at least for the Supersize Your Business community. I've been doing it. This is year 9 for a personal development Supersize You group that I do. And actually, I've called it something different every year. And this year I was like, okay, we're going to merge these so that I can regulate my nervous system, listen to my body and my life and my business, and simplify. The older I get, the more I want to simplify and streamline things, because I realize complication, it's just a ruse. It's just a mask that a lot of businesses wear to cover up that they're really not that awesome. I said that out loud, didn't I? So our topic today is about listening to and looking at our business and understanding that it is sending us signals all the time. The signals are, if something is working, we get better results. If something isn't working, we don't get awesome results. So we try things and test things and tweak things all the time in our businesses to improve and get continually improving better supersized results. Now, some things work, of course, and some things don't. I have yet to find a company that has come to me and said, everything we do works every time we do it. Yeah, okay. I don't think that's true of any company or any business or any person as far as that goes. So we want to do a scan and actually listen to and pay attention to what's going on in our business. We want it to be a multi-level scan. We want to pay attention regularly to our culture, our people, our partners, as well as the people that are part of our organization and are helping us build that. We should especially listen to them, right? How often have you ever run across a business or have worked in a business perhaps where the owner and the C-suite people have nothing to do with the rest of the organization, and they only go through pipelines? I used to call them silos when I was in corporate. They'd go through the silo, and only the people at like the vice president level would actually communicate across departments. It was a nightmare. It was one of the things I'd like to go into companies and blow up, because changing that changed everything in the organization. They went from struggling because everything took them painfully long to do, to being able to make decisions and choices and change on the dime, which was extremely powerful and helped them to make hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars. And it was just a simple way of doing things in the organization that just actually made a lot more sense, made things quicker, easier, faster, more efficient, and more effective for everybody. And everybody actually enjoyed it a whole lot more than the old way of having silos. I don't even know. I'm sure there's still some organizations and industries that work pretty much in silos. But I think in this day and age of communication, internet, information, that it is a very short-sighted structure. I remember early on in my corporate career, everything was super duper formal and professional. Like, I had to wear a blue or black suit every single day with a white shirt. Things like that. Super structured. Anyway, so we want to be, from a business standpoint, tapping into and listening to our business's body signals. Team burnout, are we looking for that? Are we looking for and paying attention to customer complaints? I think one of the best things a company can do is listen to their customers. People will tell us everything we need to know if we just use these 2 ears that we've been blessed with for their intended purpose. Listening more than we're talking. Okay, do what I say, not what I do. I tend to talk a lot. But I ask a lot of questions, because if you ask a lot of questions, you will get the answers that you need. Just be curious about your business and be brutally honest with yourself in terms of how things are actually working. So often I run into businesses where the people that I'm dealing with in upper management, usually it's always upper management, have started to buy their own press. They bought into the things that a few people tell them, but they're not really looking at the big picture. Whenever we stop looking at the big picture and looking at where we can maximize and improve, we get into trouble, because it's just like, it's like politicians who only listen to their own little sound bites, and then they think that that's the reality of the world, and it simply isn't. So we want to look for things, cash flow. We want to pay attention to our numbers, our KPIs. We want to pay attention to consumers for sure, customer experience. And then how's our team doing? How are our relationships? All those things that we know, but sometimes we just stuff down and don't pay attention to. Just like with our bodies. How many of us are guilty of not listening to our bodies and not doing what we know is right for us? Not eating right, not getting enough sleep, not taking care of ourselves, not getting enough movement, drinking too much caffeine or caffeinated drinks, drinking too much alcohol or alcoholic or other illegal substances. Alcohol's not illegal, but you know what I mean. So today, what are we going to do? We're going to ask ourselves, what is my business trying to tell me? And here's the big ego blocker wake-up call. Where am I being the bottleneck? Where am I actually contributing to the problem instead of solving it? And I think everyone at every level of the organization can ask this, but it's most powerful when the leader of the organization does, because then they demonstrate for everybody else that that is the way to behave, the way to think, the way to continually improve and make the business a better place for everybody involved in the business. Do you push through problems and challenges to the benefit of the organization, to the detriment of the organization? Sometimes we set up a culture of hustle, 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 go, 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 and it ends up causing short-term gains, but long-term negative impact in our culture. How would your business results improve if you treated it like an advisor and actually listened to the key things that are important to you and your mission and principles and purpose and goals and objectives that the organization is signaling all the time? One of the fastest, easiest ways to find out what's going on, besides listening to your customers, because that is the true indicator of the results that you're getting or getting for them, is listening to the conversations that are going on in your organization among your team members. What kind of things are they talking about? What are they really talking about? What do they really think and feel about what's going on and how things are going and how a certain leader is performing? Because sometimes we get one picture from that leader, but an entirely different picture by talking to their team. So what are we going to do today? We are going to share in the comments below one signal that your business or organization is sending you. Maybe it's about whatever it is. Share it in the comments below so we can learn from one another. Mine's sending me signals all the time about, hey, you're focusing on the wrong things. And I am getting a wake-up call today to listen to that too. Because the truth is, we always know what to do. I mean, we tell ourselves we don't. We always know what to do. But usually it's right on the edge of our comfort zone. And so we make all kinds of excuses for not doing it in a timely manner. I am as guilty of this in certain areas of my life as anybody else is. And if we're being self-evaluative, you probably are too. I think one of the biggest things I had to learn was that every single time that there is a roadblock or a problem in my organization, in the past, I'm getting better about it, somehow I was creating that. I was the bottleneck. And it wasn't that hard to just say, oh my gosh, I'm the bottleneck. I need to step out of the way of this. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all take care of this. This is not for me to deal with. You got this. And that builds your team and their confidence. And it frees up your time to be working on the things that are absolutely critical for your business. The things that maximize the results that you get and the impact that you make in the world. Not the little day-to-day stuff that anybody can handle, right? That busy stuff used to make me feel really good. Now when I catch myself in it, I'm like, oh my God, I got to get rid of this. How can I offload this? It's just a point of view and a perspective change. Love to know your take on this topic. Share in the comments below. Make it an amazing day. And if you have any questions, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow.